Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Good to be here.
So today we're jumping into Rhonda Byrne's follow-up to The Secret. This one's called The Greatest Secret.
Right. And if The Secret was, focused on attracting things you want.
Yeah, the material stuff.
Exactly. This one seems to aim quite a bit deeper. It's talking about permanent happiness.
Permanent happiness, yeah. Byrne calls it the greatest discovery someone can make.
Mm-hmm. It's positioned as this way to sort of escape negativity for good.
She even uses the phrase quantum leap, doesn't she?
She does. Suggesting it's a major shift from just thinking positively about getting things
to understanding something more, spiritual, a realm where all possibilities exist, apparently.
That seems to be the core idea. So our goal today is really to unpack that. What is this greatest discovery?
And what could it mean for you, if you're dealing with difficulties or just looking for that more lasting kind of contentment?
It's definitely a bold claim she's making.
It really is. A direct path away from suffering and towards constant joy.
So let's dig into that. If The Secret was like, okay, visualize the new house, focus on it, attract it.
Right.
What's the fundamental change here in The Greatest Secret?
Well, it seems like the big pivot is away from that external focus.
Less about getting the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And more towards an internal, maybe spiritual understanding.
Okay, so Byrne is suggesting that real lasting happiness isn't tied to what you have.
Right. It's more about grasping some fundamental truth about yourself, about how reality works.
And the book talks about, accessible practices and profound insights. It mentions drawing on wisdom from different thinkers, too.
It does. Now, the snippets we have don't spell out the exact practices, but that emphasis on the spiritual, it makes you think, right?
Mm-hmm. Like maybe meditation, mindfulness.
Could be. Techniques focused on changing your inner state, not just your outer circumstances.
That definitely lines up with moving beyond the material focus, these revelations she talks about. They probably center on understanding our connection to something bigger.
Something beyond the physical world.
Yeah, and that connection is supposedly what frees us from all the negative emotions.
So wait, is she saying the ideas in The Secret were wrong then, or...?
No, not quite. It sounds more like she's saying those principles, positive thinking, law of attraction, they still hold true.
Okay.
But The Greatest Secret offers a more fundamental path, maybe a more direct route to that happiness everyone's after.
Ah, I see. So it's like get this core understanding right first.
And maybe attracting what you desire becomes easier or perhaps less central. And that lasting happiness becomes more like your default state.
She does say it provides a clearer way out of negativity, which implies The Secret might have been, less direct.
That seems to be the implication, yeah. Understand this greatest discovery and the struggle lessons.
It does make you wonder, if The Secret is so great, why isn't it just common knowledge?
Well, she frames it as that quantum leap, right? Suggesting it requires a pretty significant shift in how we see things.
Yeah. True. Maybe her angle is taking existing spiritual wisdom and packaging it in a way that really clicks for people today.
Could be. The specifics of this greatest discovery, though, they're kept pretty close to the chest in the descriptions. You kind of have to read the book.
Right, that's the hook. So for you listening, if you maybe tried The Secret or you're just searching for more consistent well-being.
Byrne's suggesting the answer isn't necessarily in chasing the next goal, the next thing.
No, it's about a fundamental change inside, how you understand reality itself.
Exactly. The book prompts you to think, maybe the key to getting through tough times and finding real joy. Maybe it lies in recognizing something beyond just the everyday tangible world.
Something in that spiritual dimension she mentions. Okay, so let's wrap this up. The Greatest Secret, as Rhonda Byrne presents it, it's really about guiding you beyond wanting material things.
Towards a deeper spiritual understanding. And that understanding, she claims, is the actual key.
The key to freeing yourself from negativity, finding that permanent happiness.
And she's clear, the ideas from The Secret aren't wrong, but this is presented as more foundational, a more direct path through this greatest discovery.
So here's something to mull over. Could a real shift in your perspective, one that looks past the material world we're so focused on, actually be the ultimate path to lasting happiness?
What could uncovering that kind of greatest discovery really mean for your own life, for your journey?
Definitely food for thought. That's all for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.